what's up, geeks? Darron Brown here, and I'm trying to make this video quick because it's freezing out here, man. I need to start wearing a hoodie or something. But the title of this video is "Your GPA Doesn't Matter." Now, the reason I'm putting together this video because a lot of people believe that, at least I believed when I was in college or just growing up, that there were certain students in the class, and I wasn't one of these students, but there were certain students who just, they always aced everything. You know, so when it came to academics, they was always at the top, and you always had a feeling like, okay, this guy is somebody who's gonna be rich someday, this guy's gonna have it together, he or she or whatever. But it doesn't work out like that. You'll realize that most of the people who end up being successful in life are the ones that are most down to earth. There's usually just like average students. And I want to explain my journey, and then basically how my journey can basically help improve yours. All right. So first off, I'm going to start with the history of my education. Now, for me, just I always started grade school, man. You know, I always loved learning. You know what I'm saying? I even liked school, man. The thing that I didn't like is that, you know, I didn't grow up in the best education, best environment, the best education was available to me. So for a lot of guys who are watching this, people who found me through O'Shea's channels, that when you grow up in these type of communities, they really don't encourage young men to be anything, you know. And I remember me and a few students, we were sitting at this table called Menace, what is it called? Menace of Society. And it was me and probably about 6 other people there, and they just wouldn't teach us. They would teach other students as much as they could, but they would sit us there, and they saw us as like basically the criminals of the future. And I remember one of my real good friends at the time, man, I told him, we were sitting there, and I was just like, man, they're trying to make us stupid, man. They want us to be stupid. I was about 9 years old when I told them that, you know. And I didn't understand the world at the time, but that's basically what they were doing. Like, you know, in those communities, they have an expectation for men, and they usually just don't try to encourage men to basically become anything outside of athletics or music. You know, we can do a lot more. It's just you know, a lot of us are just, you know, they teach us a certain way, or they just, you know, we just go off based off what was available to us at that time. So from there, you know, when I went to high school, I was a real good athlete, and I had played for this team outside of my community. First time ever, and I played for this team that was predominantly white community, and that gave me access to a lot of different opportunities. And one of the coaches there was like, man, you know, you're a man child, you know, I would love to help you out. And in my mind, you know, just where I'm from, like, you know, people can't just trust everybody like that. You got to basically read them. But dude, he was dead serious, man. He kept calling me throughout my 8th grade year, trying to figure out what was going on with me. And eventually I went to this really prestigious high school. And that was the first time in a long time that I was actually given an education. And I struggled. You know, I was a C- student, graduated with 1.9, but I worked my ass off for those C's, man. And you know, the guy that gave me the opportunity, I was always in tension. But I told him, I was like, man, don't worry about me. Most of the time I was in tension because it's a cultural difference. But there's sometimes I was, you know, I fuck with somebody. But my basic point I told that guy is, look, man, I know things don't look good well right now, but don't worry about me. I'm going to figure it out. And I'm still cool with that guy to this day. Disrespect me. Still cool to this day. And, you know, I'll catch up. I'll touch base with him, catch up with him, let him know how I'm doing, and just, you know, thanking him for the opportunity, checking on him and his wife. You know, but it's not. A lot of people who feel like this. Like some people. Well, let me finish. So then I went to college because I had such a great education in high school. I went to, you know, De Anza, got 3.0. Then I went to University of Utah, graduated 3.28, and then my master's. I think I just graduated with 3 with my master's, because you have to have at least a 3.0 with your master's. And what I've noticed, man, is that, you know, growing up, you see people who are just athletically gifted. There's people who inspired me, you know, guys that was my age that saw just balling. You know, you realize that you think that a lot of these kids that you go to school with are intelligent because they're getting these A's, but a lot of these people, they just like how you have natural athletes, you have people who can just read a book the day before the exam, get an A, or read a book, you know, an hour, 30 minutes before an exam, and get an A. I know a lot of people like that. Now, the thing is that if you have that, if you're one of those students or you know people like that, a lot of times those people don't learn any kind of perseverance, and they don't have any goals. A lot of times that's because they were so good when it came to academics, they just continued to go in that path, and then their parents kind of like, push them into the educational field because they want to be successful. But a lot of those guys, man, they don't have any goals. So don't think that because somebody is, they on the surface, they might look like they're more intelligent, maybe they can speak better than you, maybe they, come from a better family background when it comes to income. But the thing that's really going to make you successful is not your education. It's your ability to persevere and your goals. If you have any kind of goals out of life, it basically gives you direction. Things didn't always go the way I wanted to go most of the time. Whether that was with friends, family, women, my goals, anything. It most of the time it doesn't go your way. But I had an idea of who I wanted to be, where I wanted to go. So it's easy for me to persevere because I can find holes, So that's my point. Don't focus on your GPA too much. Focus on your goals. Now, these companies, it depends on the size of the company. Most companies, they're going to seek out people who have the skills. Now, this is why I say, I'll post the comment in this video, but somebody reached out to me and it was basically promoting education on one of my videos that I had said you don't have to go to college. And basically the point of that was, he was right. Education is a good route. But for me to be where I'm at right now, I realized that I didn't necessarily have to go to college to get where I'm at and to make the money that I have. And because I've actually gotten here, I can see different routes. So basically when I'm putting on this channel, I'm giving you guys an idea how you can succeed. Because you may not have the money for college, you may not want to stay in college for 4+ years, and you may, and then it's not promised when you got out of college that you're just going to get in that field. So the thing that employers look for, they want to know that you understand the tech stack. Do you have the school, the tools, and the skills to complete this job? That's the most important thing. A lot of people who are just, say 4.0 students, for example, not all of them, but a lot of people don't have social skills. You got to have people skills. You have to basically know how to work in a team environment. You got to have emotional control. So a lot of the people who do have those like lower GPAs, high 2.0s, low 3.0s are people who have like career changes when they go from like, librarian or some kind of like some kind of teacher or something like that. And then they go into tech, they're usually a lot more well-rounded because they have personable skills. So that was my spiel. You don't need to you don't need a high GPA, so focus on your goals, have some kind of get a goal, work towards it, and learn to persevere. That's the most important thing. And the skills that you need to have a skill for that job so that you can actually get the job. And then you need to have people skills for life, so you can basically maneuver when life has its ups and downs. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, check out my courses, and thanks for having me. Peace.